Hello and welcome back to the Beefy Tech channel. Most of you are here today because you want better performance and because you saw the performance in the background and you're like, oh god, how do I get that too? Let me show you. Jumping into the settings menu, I quickly wanted to mention the display modes only set to full screen borderless for the sake of me being able to tab in and out of the game easily. You're gonna want this on full screen exclusive no matter what. Full screen borderless does actually lose you performance and it hurts latency. I've tested it within a private match. It was roughly 10% of your GPU performance being sacrificed to run full screen borderless, so always make sure to be on full screen exclusive. The config file comes with full screen exclusive pre-applied. And speaking of config files, it's basically all of your in-game settings, including audio and more, but within one single folder which you can copy-paste. So, as you can see, my settings over here are pretty much all set to low. But the terrain memory is actually lower than low, so much so you can't even change it here to the value it's set to within the config file. And you might be asking, okay, how do I get this config file you're talking about? And let's keep it pretty simple. You're going to tab out of the game, which I'm going to do right now, then go over to my channel. And on any of my recent videos, you're going to be able to just click on the video, and then scroll down in the description. What you're going to see is I have my Warzone 2 and Modern Warfare 3 config files down in the Google Drive. Once you're in the Google Drive, you're going to want to go for options.4.cod23. This is the Modern Warfare 3 file. And all you're going to do is click on it, then download. Once this folder is downloaded, you're just going to have to tab out of there and go into your yellow folder right here. You can then go into your downloads, and wherever this file is saved, mind you, I didn't actually download it. I have one right here. I'm just going to pretend on this one. I'm gonna do copy. So you click copy on this, go over to your documents, then Call of Duty, then players, and here are all your config file folders. And all you're gonna have to do is delete options.4.cod23cst by clicking on it and then right clicking, my bad, and then click paste on the folder you got from your downloads, and that's it. It's simple. Most of you already know how to do this, but in case there's any new players out here, I thought I'd let them know exactly how to achieve this. This config file will always be in my descriptions, so whenever you want an updated config file, come to any of my latest videos and you'll find it there, as I updated the config file regularly. Pretty much month after month I update it, so it's at the latest it can possibly be with the best performance. The only really important thing that does not apply to basically everybody is gonna be the VRAM target scale. You see that I have it set to 50 over here. Now, the important thing to note is that 50 can often help your benchmark results within multiplayer over something like 70 to 90. But if your graphics card doesn't have enough VRAM to work with, it will hurt performance. Because I have a 4090, like basically every YouTuber and streamer out there, I set it to 50 as that's what most people with high-end PC should be running. Same applies for 7900 XTX or any 16GB of VRAM graphics card. Even 12GB of VRAM, you can set it to 50 fairly comfortably. But if you're sub 12, set it to 70. Save yourself the hassle of dealing with any stuttering or issues. Go straight to 70 and call it a day. It doesn't make that much of a difference to where it will change your life. So, 12GB of VRAM and more, you can do 50. Sub that, you're gonna have to set it to 70. Now, I know some of you might be saying, Beefy, but the game looks like absolute ass cheeks. What is this? I hate how it looks. My guns don't even look that good. I want to see my skins. Okay, I've got the solution just for you, and it's extremely simple. All you have to do is jump over to your quality settings, and in here, go ahead and set texture resolution to normal. Now, what you might be noticing is that you'll lose a very slight amount of FPS. But would you look at that? The game looks slightly less like ass cheeks now, and your gun skins do actually look better too. So, if you're a bit butthurt about how the game looks, set your texture resolution to normal and stop crying like a little baby. This is a competitive game, okay? But look, I personally don't particularly care, so that's why I like to set my texture resolution to very low. It's a competitive game. If I can see my enemy, that's good enough for me. No, it's not for everybody, but more FPS is more FPS. Jumping in a free-for-all match on Scrapyard and catching this poor guy off guard, we're here to test the performance. And as you can see, that config file is definitely doing its thing, since we're getting amazing performance for a 4090 and a 7800 X3D. Now, I don't know if this sells you on the config file or the extremely low settings, but if it doesn't, set your texture resolution to normal and begin profiting from the gains of the other settings. Let me see if I can get this kid. Boom. And done for. Let's pop that UE. Okay, guy coming in here. Saw him. Oh, you blended in. What can I say? It's a bit tough to catch him when they're in that dark smoke there. Oh. I was scratching my nose just to clarify. Let's do it. I'm really satisfied with the performance. This game does actually not have any issues in terms of performance. Most of the issues are all gameplay. And fuck you, Dark Pufo, or whatever your name is. So I have to say, you know, they might have reused maps, but they definitely did a good job optimizing them since they actually all run fairly well. As somebody that plays at 1440p, I'm happy to know that my 1% lows are basically always above my 270Hz monitor refresh rate. That basically guarantees a perfectly smooth experience. Oof. Okay, let's do this. And dead. Aw, man. See, this is what sucks about free-for-all. People are claiming my kills. And then I reclaimed the kill, and I claimed this one too. I'm enjoying the game personally. I think it fits my playstyle fairly well. And free-for-all, definitely quite entertaining. Albeit I am getting my ass cheeks gapped currently. Because yes, I joined mid-match for free-for-all. And that, as you can imagine, that's as fair as it basically gets in terms of a free-for-all match. The game does have its issues, and honestly, it's to be expected. A Call of Duty release in 2023 isn't gonna release in a good condition. It's just bound to be that case, you know? But it's way better than Modern Warfare 2, and the performance has been extremely consistent on the multiplayer side of things. Let's basically hope that this continues through Warzone. Let's see if I can get this kid too. Oh, there's a guy in the corner. Oh, yeah, this sums up the gameplay of multiplayer though. What can you do? What sucks is that every time I die I have to restart the 1% lows, otherwise I do, well, lose the 1% lows since you take a hit every time you die because, you know, it switches scenes. But yeah, basically the game plays extremely well, and the config file is definitely worth considering if you guys haven't given it a shot. And for those of you that actually care, this is my Modern Warfare 3 benchmark results. I've got a 7800X3D with nothing truly special done to it. Mind you, it is running DDR5 7800 2-to-1, so I thought I should mention that much, at 512 average FPS with 275 low first. And over there we've got the average FPS of the GPU at 414 average FPS and 333 low first. So this benchmark actually has a higher overall than the previous benchmark, but pretty much the same CPU results, so it would be attributed to the fact that GPU is performing better. If you guys go to any of my videos, you'll also see that I have a Discord channel where people can join to get help and or ask questions about virtually anything. There's no criteria, no money to enter, you can just enter to chit chat or to ask for help or to even give help to people. This is indeed a tech channel theoretically, but in the general chat you can chat about virtually anything. I'm only saying this because the Discord channel helps a lot of people, and when I'm not available to do my usual optimization stuff, you could easily join there and ask for help. Not only that, I'd like to reiterate, my config file is in the drive folder below all of my videos. So all you have to do is click on it and then download either Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3 file, and boom shakalaka, you've suddenly got the best settings for the game. For those few of you that are regulars over here and make it this far in the video, I just wanted to say my Intel build is pretty much 99% ready to go, except RAM. I don't have another RAM kit, and I cannot find a DDR5 8000 Team Group kit, or even a DDR5 7600 from Team Group. They've basically all sold out over the past week, exactly right as I wanted to buy, and I just cannot find any for purchase anymore. So I might have to take apart my current 7800X3D system and use the RAM kit from there, which is a G.Skill 7600, to be able to actually install and use the Intel system for testing. But we'll see. I don't think I have much of an option anyway in the meantime. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and with that said, I will be covering the Intel platform extremely soon, just trying to solve that final little gimmick. Have a good one, and peace.